So who will the starting quarterback be for TCU? Is he young? Is he a freshman? Or does he have experience? In this video, we're going to talk about all that. I'm also going to give you guys my prediction at the end of the video. What's good, YouTube? MagDog TV back with another video. If you're new here, stopping by for the first time, hit the like, subscribe button, comment. I really appreciate it. Also, hit the notification bell. That way, whenever I upload a video, you guys will be aware.
Quarterback Chandler Morris, nice enough to join the show now. Last season, to remind people, you won the starting job originally, then got hurt in the opener, and then didn't get the job back when Max Duggan played himself into Heisman contention. Listen, Chandler, no athlete would envy being in the position you were in because as a competitor, if you don't want the job back, obviously you don't care enough. But if you root against Max, you're obviously not a good teammate. How did you find ways to get some good things out of a really tough situation?
I'm a strong believer in everything happens for a reason. And I guess there was a reason that it wasn't my time. And I got to sit down and kind of reflect and watch Max have the year that he had and really learn a lot of things from him, and that has made me more mature as a person and as a player on the field. So it was difficult at times. I mean, I obviously had to kind of switch my mindset into I've got to be the best teammate that I can possibly be and to be the best backup quarterback in the country.
Chandler Moore is absolutely correct. It's always next man up, and unfortunately, it's the nature of the game. It's a beast. Players get injured. Players go down all the time. This is why I always tell you guys when I'm reacting to videos of Colorado, we always have to have our second and third string staying on point, staying ready to go, and waiting for their opportunity to come, because unfortunately, some of those guys will have that opportunity due to injury. Chandler Morris may be a guy that you guys may be asking, who is he? I was asking those questions as well after doing my homework. He was actually the starting quarterback last season before getting injured. He has the capabilities of being a great quarterback. He won Game of the Week against Baylor. Baylor, as you guys know, one of the best teams in college football, and he actually performed his best. He also won the Manning Award as well. So he has the dual threat to be very dangerous. When I say dual threat, I'm talking about passing and running game.
You mentioned that switch. Was there a point during last season that you felt you turned a corner and figured out, hey, this is how I can get better even though I'm not on the field?
Yes, I'd probably say around the Oklahoma game last year, kind of going out there at practice after that game and really realizing like, hey, it's Max's job and he's earned the job back. So really kind of in there and then going out to practice and sitting and anytime he's going, I'm getting mental reps right behind him and staying prepared for if my number's called.
And I know your dad was also a huge asset to you, being both your coach and your dad. And you talked a few weeks ago about how, he offered both those things. And sometimes you would tell him to be more the dad, less the coach, and vice versa. Bring me inside more of those conversations.
They were long conversations each night. I mean, there was some struggles going on. I was struggling a little bit with it. I mean, obviously I'm a competitor. I want to be out on the field. But then again, I've got to be the best teammate I can be. And he just kept encouraging me to stay ready. As a backup quarterback, you've got to have the mindset that each week that this is the game you're going to get thrown into, and you've got to be prepared to be thrown into that situation and understand that it's going to be the worst possible situation you can be in. And it'd be selfish of me to not be prepared and ready to my teammates.
I know you've also taken inspiration from Jalen Hurts, the challenges he's faced in his journey, and really, Chandler, so many guys in recent times have gone on to play in the NFL that have gone through adversity that you can relate to. Baker Mayfield comes to mind, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, those guys all transferred, which is something you've also done in your college career. What do those stories mean to a guy like you as you're going through that adversity?
Kind of just, it felt like I wasn't fully alone. I mean, those guys that you mentioned are elite quarterbacks. Look up to them. I want to study them and see their successes and trying to put in play and see if I can do the same. And so seeing their stories and hearing their stories really was encouraging to me, and it helped me tremendously.
They mentioned Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray. All of these quarterbacks in the NFL are elite quarterbacks for a reason. They got to the NFL for a reason. And unfortunately, a lot of them went through adversity. What I always tell you guys all the time, just because you're a second and third string, man, doesn't mean you won't play on the football field. Seize the moment. Wait for your opportunity. These are some examples of what's being mentioned in this interview of why we have to watch this quarterback, Chandler Morris. We cannot overlook him as Colorado. I'm telling you guys, because he's been sitting out. He has time to get better. He's been behind a Heisman candidate and Max Dunigan. He was a great quarterback and went on to the NFL as well. So he's been behind a lot of great talent as well. So those are the guys that really be hungry. They want it the most. Guys that get drafted 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round undrafted. Those sometimes be your guys that you will see most times on the football field because they be hungry. They're starving for success. We definitely have to watch Chandler Morris.
Now, as we look ahead now to this coming season, for those who haven't seen you play a whole lot, which you have played at TCU, you played really well, especially back in 21 against Baylor. You're a dual-threat quarterback. Seems to me like you really embrace the chance to use your legs when that comes. I know you're excited about new offensive coordinator Kendall Briles as well. Which NFL QB would you say your game is most like right now?
I'd probably say Deshaun Watson. I mean, I watch a lot of him. I've grown up knowing him. Got to really watch him in high school, college, and now in the NFL. He kind of understands when to use his legs, take off running. He's an elite. He has an elite arm, obviously, that he can make any throw on the field, and he's got the confidence that he can make any throw on the field. So I'd probably say that. I mean, obviously, I'm a dual threat. I can use my feet, but really becoming more of a weapon on knowing when to use your feet and when to stay in the pocket and to break the pocket.
For my viewers that's learning as we go, a dual threat is simply someone that can pass the football and also run the football as well. So in this game against Colorado, he will be looking to pass it, and he also will be looking for opportunities to run the football as well.
Well, Deshaun Watson's obviously a pretty good comp at the college level, a guy who won a national title. It's an exciting time, Chandler, for a lot of your former teammates with the NFL draft coming up this month. The only downside is that you have a lot of great talent to replace when you think of guys like Quentin Johnson, Kendre Miller, Darius Davis. Who are some of the playmakers you can't wait to get the ball to next fall?
I'd say our inside receivers. We got John Paul, JoJo Earl, and Major. They're really stepping up, playing big roles. Savion Williams outside, that outside receiver. He's really close to Quentin Johnston, and he's gotten to learn from him. So it's going to be an exciting year for him. I know he's eager to kind of take that outside position and really be the guy out there. Jared Wiley, he's going to be a huge part in this offense, and then we've got some really good running backs with Amani, Trey, and Trent Battle.
I'll get you out on this, and again, appreciate having your time here on Free For All. This program, Chandler, has set the bar historically high for itself, getting to the national title game. I think there's going to be a narrative some people will give life to this fall that TCU is just a flash in the pan. They haven't proven Texas Christian will be that perennial title contender. Is this team chomping at the bit to kill that narrative?
Yes, I mean we've hit the ground running ever since we got back from LA at the national championship game. Just the transfers that have came in, we've kind of molded our kind of our culture to them and our standard, and it's more of a we're expecting to be there, not excited to be there approach this season. We all have high standards, and we're eager to get to the summer and really hit it hard and go out there and show the world that it wasn't just a fluke last year.
Well, listen, TCU is a great story. You're a great story. We can't wait to see you play this fall. He's the pride of Highland Park and the gunslinger at TCU. Chandler Morris, thanks for the time here on Free For All.
First of all, this video was taken months and months ago. That's why they're talking about this summer. They already been through this summer. They already been through the fall camp pretty much. This game is this Saturday, so it's time to play football. My prediction as far as this football game, I feel like it's even. It can go either way. You guys know I'm definitely rooting for Colorado, hands down. But the reason I say it's even is because there's two main reasons of why I say this game is going to go hand in hand either way. First reason is, let me talk about TCU. TCU pretty much have guys that they don't even know what they're going to do or what to expect. Most of their starters actually went to the NFL draft or they're done playing football. Some of them may be playing in XFL, CFL, or what. A lot of the guys that's on their roster right now, this is their first year, so they really don't know exactly what's going to go on in the actual football setting. Very similar to Colorado as well. Colorado have a whole entire new team from last year. You guys know about that 1-11 team last year. Now you guys know Coach Prime brought over 50, 60 some players. So this team is totally different. It's going to be, remains to be seen how these guys are going to actually perform in a football setting. Of course, I sit here and react to these videos and I show you guys Jimmy Horn Jr., Travis Hunter, all of those guys. But as a football player, as a former football player as myself, I have to be realistic and give you guys my realistic approach, not just because I'm rooting for Colorado. I really believe that it's going to take this game against TCU to be the tone setter. I feel like this game will be very high scoring when we talk about the quarterbacks and the play style. You guys heard about Chandler Morris being a dual threat, so it should Shedeur Sanders. Look for both of them to throw the football and also run the football as well. This score will probably go over 60 points. Las Vegas has this score to be at least 60 points. I agree with them. For my viewers that's learning as we go, they're talking about maybe 30 to like 31, 32 to like 30, 33 to like 30 or something like that. I'm saying maybe 40 to 40 something. You guys remember why I said this now. I'm talking about this game being very, very high scoring. I've been seeing this defense on Colorado team get torched a little bit. I've been seeing the same thing on TCU side as well. You guys know TCU is known for scoring, but they very lack defense, and so do Colorado from what I'm seeing as far as react to the videos. But again, I have no realistic approach as far as predicting this game because, as I said before, Colorado have a whole entire new roster. TCU do as well. But of course, I'm rooting for Colorado. I feel like Colorado will have the edge because they're playing for more than just the football game. They're playing for Coach Prime. They're playing. A lot of these guys had second and third opportunities. A lot of them want to get to the NFL. A lot of them been doubted. So I feel like Colorado going to have the edge over TCU. My prediction may be 44 to 34. Colorado to win this game by 10 points. 44 to 34. We will see if I'm right. I want you guys to drop a comment and let me know what you guys think the score will be, who y'all think going to win. Let's be realistic, as I said before. Give me your honest opinion. But if you guys like the video, definitely subscribe to the channel.